All right, guys. Welcome back to episode 2 of Beyond the Clutch. We are here with Kfrost from King's University, Rocket League player, and all-around good guy. Kfrost, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, man?
Yeah, so my name is Samuel Collini, or my in-game name is Kfrost. I'm 23. I'm actually turning 24 in 2 weeks. I live
Hey.
in Southeast Florida, and I'm a psychology major, looking or having the aspirations to become a sports psychologist. And I currently compete in CRL for King University, and I'm a senior, and I graduate this fall.
Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. So, you won a few like lands, online tournaments, stuff like that, right? Over the years. How would you describe your playstyle and how has it evolved over the years?
Yeah, so I want to say in 2018 is when I first started playing competitively. Um, I would say I started as a third man, like super deep. Like I wouldn't play like aggressive, but like as times changed, I got a bunch of coaching from I would say like four coaches, like in my time from 2018 to now. Like they all changed the way I think and adapt to the game. So I think I would be more of a first man. Like I would demo heavy. Like I would force my teammates behind me. It would be very easy to play with me, and everybody like kind of likes my play style. So yeah.
And I've seen it firsthand. I've seen you dominate and everything like that, so I can attest to that. What's the main difference between, let's say, like competitive RL, like Rocket League, and collegiate Rocket League?
Yeah, of course. So I want to say CRL or Collegiate Rocketleague has more structure in terms of like funding and like leagues that you can compete in. Like for instance, we have like NACE, ECAC, and they all have like different days throughout the week that you can compete in, and some of them host lands, which is great. So like the lower level or like student athletes can like travel to those and like compete against other people. When in like RLCS, it's more like you have to be the best to play against the best, and you have to be the best to travel. And it's hard to really get in that top spot if you're not putting in the time, not putting in the effort that these pros are during the day. And you don't have the opportunities as well as much as CRL does when it comes to travel and competing and understanding the game. And the in-person structure of CRL is so important that like bonding with your teammates out of the game that you can't really do with RLCS because it's more in person or it's more online is what I'm trying to say. And and I think another thing with RLCS is the team hopping aspect. I think a lot of people like if they don't like their team, it's just like, oh, I'm gone. Like I can't do it.
Cool. Good answer. So are you like a little bit of a follow-up to that? Are
Mm-hmm.
you basically saying that there's more, um, basically more funding, more sponsorship opportunities involved in collegiate Rocket League right now at this point in time than there is for basically the majority of competitive Rocket League? Like
So,
just at the
oh,
very top, there's that funding and those sponsorship ability opportunities.
So when it comes to RLCS, I think players have more ability to get individual sponsorships and partnerships, but when it comes to collegiate, you have more of an ability to get your program sponsorships and your program more money to get you better PCs, better equipment so you can compete at a higher level.
I see. Okay. All right. Um, let's let's talk about coaching, right? So
Mhm.
how important is a good coach and a good manager in Rocket League?
Um,
Would you say that it's super important? Maybe not so much.
yeah, I would say coaching is super important. Over my time, I don't think I could have gotten to where I am now without the help of Ked who currently coaches Gen G. Another coach called Freezing Wolves. He's like a lower level coach. Like I think my first coach I started with, and then another one, Coach Curtis. He's from like Lithuania, great guy. He coaches like in the middle, so you have my starter coach, then my middle coach, and then my top coach, right? So it's
Yeah.
easy for me to kind of like grow as a player because I knew and had those connections. I currently coach Indiana Tech. They are, a top 15 school in the nation right now, and they're doing fantastic. I think that their next, this is their first semester together, and I think over time they're going to become great players. And adding me has only like helped their mentality because egos are a big thing, and I think that everybody wants to play how they want to play, but adding a coach just adds a second level, like a bird's eye view um type play style that you can add. And yeah, I think coaches are very beneficial.
So you're saying right now, not only are you playing on your Collegiate Rocket League team, but you're also coaching another Collegiate Rocket League team.
So this semester, our third graduated. So we are currently, I'm not competing in anything but Call of Duty, and that's just once a week, and we don't really practice. So
All right.
yeah,
If you want to
I
get
don't.
into that a little bit, we can.
Yeah, if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to
I'll come up with
answer
some
that.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. But yeah, I live with my teammate right now off campus, so it's pretty cool. Um, but
that's
yeah,
cool.
Indiana Tech's a good team to coach.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Let's get into some of the fun questions here. If you could change anything about Rocket League in its current state, what would you change?
Add trading back because I don't know why they decided to get rid of trading in the whole market and crates. I think crates are a fun way to implement your microtransactions and like it's quote unquote gambling and
Right.
it's fun
Yeah.
and seeing that black market pop up is just as good as seeing a gold hidden or in CS. It's just
There you
CS is
go.
a little bit better. CS is a little bit better because you can withdraw that, but like Rocket League is still you get dopamine from it. I think better servers. We need better servers so bad. A lot of players are really struggling, and we need that extra support from Epic, who just won't give us that support. And Rocket League is just on a downhill right now because of those two things. Um, I think overall the game just needs to go to UE5 just for a physics engine. There's a lot of things like lag touches and just overall like bumps and demos like those are really bugged. Like hitting sparks, like a lot of the mechanics are really dry. Like you can't really get good contact on the ball with with UE3, and I think it's very outdated and we need to update. There is leaks. I'm not leaking anything, obviously.
You've
I
heard
know
it
a lot
here
of things.
first,
I know a
folks.
lot of things. So I think those are the big three things that I could see Rocket League changing or going or needing to change.
Awesome. Cool. Um, let's see here. How hard was it to get a scholarship for esports?
Um, Coming up from my time period in Rocket League, because I feel like with Rocket League you have generations, right? I think in my generation of Rocket League it was really easy because of um, how structured everything was with my training and how I got better. Like, I was saying how, I had my beginning coach, middle coach, and top coach. I think my first two coaches really like pushed me to the level I can get a scholarship at. And shout out Stay Plugged In. They're really good at, pushing high school kids and high school esports to the next level where, they involve college coaches and they're like, hey, let's just watch some high school kids and let's just like pick them out and be like, oh, I want him. Recruiting call, boom. Like, and it's very easy. For me, I played and Stay Plugged In for a year and a half, and I got recruited to King University. I had a couple other offers, but I knew the team and I knew the program, and I thought they were pretty good. But the school, that's a whole different story. If like adding on to that, if I had the option to I'd say if I'd go back to that time period and do a little bit more research on the school, I wouldn't have chose the school just
Okay.
based off of academics because you know I can't really speak more on that because it's not a good
Of course
subject.
not.
But
We'll
like the
wait for
esports
you to
team was great.
graduate first. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
come
yeah.
back to
I love that. I
that.
love that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say esports side was like the only thing that was drawing me to the school.
I got it. I got it. I've looked at it before. It looks like a beautiful school. I'll be honest
Oh,
with
it's
you.
it's gorgeous. Just academics.
Yeah. So the follow-up question after that was going to
Mhm.
be, what's the first step to get into collegiate esports? You were talking
Yeah.
about
Stay.
that.
Yeah. Stay plugged in.
Stay plugged in. So if you could give, I'll just quickly make a follow-up to that. If you could give any advice to, let's say, high school kids that are looking for a college, right? For any esport, not just for Rocket League and stuff like that. Does this Stay Plugged In uh, company, whatever it does it do other games or is it just Rocket League?
So I think Stay Plugged In has Overwatch, Valorant, Marvel Rivals, and Smash. I think, and it's very easy to get involved. Coaches, I think it's a crazy amount of money, but I think it's a $500 semester scholar or subscription to for coaches that they can individually message the students if they have an account, and it's easy for them to kind of get in contact.
So it's kind of like Max Preps. I don't know if you know what Max Preps is, but
No.
it's like a ranking system for high school, basically like football, basketball, stuff like that. And you can actually message individual sports players on there. So
So it's like a
so
transfer portal type thing.
yeah, sure. So like I said, if you could give any advice to a high school kid watching this right now, what would it be?
Drop your ego.
Drop your
Honestly,
ego.
a lot of college kids, like, I think in their senior year, they're like, oh man, like, oh my god, I think I could have like looked at myself 4 years ago, and I would have never, thought I would be here because of my ego. Like, egos are going to ruin collegiate esports. They're going to ruin high school esports because directors don't want that in their program. They want to build something that's next level. They want to build something that students that want to come to their college and like, oh my god, this is the program I want to be a part of. And like, shout out Cumberland. Cumberland's doing it right. Like, if you guys know anything about Cumberland, they're training together in the gym. Like, they do morning runs together as a program. They do afternoon runs before practices start. Like, they do weightlifting. Like, they do everything together. And they travel. They go to baseball games. They go to football games together. Like, anything to build that team bonding is next level. And that ego, it all starts with ego when you come into the program.
Well, I can attest to that, being a Counter-Strike player for most of my life, that I always stress that chemistry and team bonding were just as paramount as just individual raw skill.
Yeah.
You can't teach someone that is unteachable. You can't teach someone that doesn't have an ego. So listen to Kfrost here, guys. Um, um, you've competed in both 3v3 and other game modes. Do you prefer a specific game mode and why?
Definitely 3v3 because I feel like it's a chess match. Like, you don't score as much you do as in ones. You don't score as much as you do in twos. But like when you do score, it's very methodical. It's very drawn out. It takes a lot of like communication and dedication to really stick with the team, and that's why I like 3v3.
Cool. Awesome. What's the most important skill or mindset you've developed to stay competitive in Rocket League's fast-paced environment?
Just like staying disciplined with your training. A lot of people slack on it, and it really shows in their gameplay. So, just simple answer: just gear training. There's nothing more. Just the more reps you get, the better you get. Sorry,
So,
sports is.
of course, yeah, 100%. So, do you have like Counter-Strike players, Overwatch players, Valorant players, they have like a routine they go through every morning, before even team practice or anything like that. Do you have a specific routine that you'd be willing to share with the
Yeah,
audience or
yeah, no,
yeah?
100%. So it's kind of it's simple yet like it's hard when you're actually in it, but obviously, but um, we start out with like 10, 15 minutes of free play, just getting warmed up with the ball, just hitting it around really hard. You don't do anything mechanical. It's just getting a feel for the ball, each touch of your car. Next, you're probably sitting in workshop maps for maybe 40 minutes. You're 20 minutes on a dribbling map, 20 minutes on like an air dribble map. I think it's very like um, simple routine. And then I'd probably go into like something more like advanced, like striking or just getting really hard aerial touches on the ball and following it up. I think those are really important skills you need to learn when mastering like high level mechanics. So just keeping it simple, 45 an hour, and then you're hopping into matches.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Um, what's your favorite Rocket League moment that you've been a part of so far
In my career,
in your career? Yeah.
okay, so I have two. I
All right.
have making CRL league play at my old school at Nichols College.
Okay.
That was a highlight in my career. Like that was one of the best times I've ever had in collegiate esports, and making mainstream on the RLCS live stream was awesome. I got to sit in front of 32,000 people, and it was amazing. Like I have an insane clip from that stream. Like my teammate hit a pre-flip pass across the like cross map, and I came off like the sidewall, and I just redirected it top corner, 0 seconds to make it into overtime. It was insane. It was an insane match.
That sounds
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and then the second one is with King University. Last semester when we had our third, we were in New York, New York, New York. The city's called New York. Um, we were there for a LAN event, and we won, and it was an awesome feeling. We beat my old school, Nichols College. It was actually really funny because we trash talked them a lot, or at least I did, because and their families were behind them. Even though I felt bad, but I didn't, because I gotta I gotta
Hey,
show my
dude.
domominance, man. I gotta show my
There you
dominance.
go.
I'm
Assert your
better. I'm a
dominance,
better
man.
player.
There you go.
Um, but winning that, they had an insanely cool trophy. Like it looked like something straight out of League of Legends. Like I think ECAC um, was the company that hosted the LAN, and I don't think I played at a better. That was actually second best venue, but still awesome tournament to win.
Cool.
Hmm.
Awesome. Um, let's go into a fun thing here. Make a roster of players, including yourself. They could be pros, they could be any of your old teammates or anything like that, that could win RLCS for threes right now.
Yeah. So I throw myself, Vatir from Carmine Corp, and I throw First Killer from Shopify on there. Like, I know I don't deserve to be with those guys, but I got
Don't sell yourself short, man.
honestly, like I learned a lot. And then I throw Coach Kepfert on there because he's kind of an analyst. He's kind of a genius. He's that mega mind. He's got everything stored in his fucking brain. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
No, you could cuss, man. This is
Um,
it's not a corporate podcast. Say
yeah.
whatever you want.
Um, but and then I throw my manager Penguin in there just because like Penguin's the goat. I've had him as my manager for like a couple years now, and
Shout
um,
out to Penguin.
yeah, shout out Penguin. He doesn't get the love he deserves right now, but I gotta show him love. But that's the roster. That's the roster. I guess adding on to that one more thing, if I joined my favorite org, um, it would probably be Cloud9. Cloud9 would probably be my number one org. So
Cloud9's a
all that
good org.
together.
Shout out to Jack. Um, let's see. Rocket League is a unique sport with its blend of sports and gaming. What do you think the future holds for the game's competitive scene?
Uh, it's going down the drain.
It's
It's
going
going
down
down
the
the drain.
drain.
I don't think the
So,
game is gonna last 5 years.
all right, you want to elaborate on that more? Is it the
Some
lack
things I can't
of?
say, some things I
Okay.
can say. I guess my own opinions. I'll just say my own opinions, not the facts. Um, like going back to the servers, I think the servers are terrible and we need a fix. Like there are talks about going to Fortnite where that is actually confirmed that we're porting over to Fortnite. There is a date. It's like 3 dates, so I don't really know. It's one of those three. Um, and I think doing that will actually benefit us more than hurt us. But in terms of game and implementing a new physics engine and everything it's going to be interesting to see. But we definitely need some support or it's going to die in 5 years for sure.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
If you could challenge any current Rocket League pro, past or present, to a 1v1 show match, who would it be and why?
I guess I'm going to shoot like Zen because he's like number one, maybe number two right now, or Nupo or Naupo, whatever you want to call him. He's disgusting at ones. I just want to like learn and just get the experience.
All right, cool. Um, outside of Rocket League, what games or hobbies do you enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
and do they influence your competitive mindset at all?
Yeah, so starting with Call of Duty, I think I've played Call of Duty my whole life, and like just for fun, I'd like fill in for scrims with like random teams on, because I think I've always hit Crim or Iridescent on like every single COD, and like it was easy for me to fill in for scrims, but at the same time, like I'd still get slammed because I was playing like challengers players, and those guys are like a different breed. Like you think top 250 players are good? No, there's a whole another level above top 250. It's like same thing with Rocket League. Like they have a whole different system. But like Call of Duty affects like how I compete. Like I just want to win. Like that's all I care about. Like I don't care how I do it. I don't care what meta I have to adapt to. I want to win. I grew up playing battle royales. I was actually a professional H1Z1 player back in the day, and that game was awesome until it died. I think I would never switch to
It
Rocket League.
was awesome.
Yeah,
100% was awesome.
I had the best team. I was probably top four. And battle royales are my shit. So H1Z1, PUBG. I'm so good at PUBG. I think PUBG is my favorite BR right now that's alive. I hate Apex. We'll never touch Apex. But
You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
um, I just hate all the characters and the movement technique. Like, I just like some simple battle royale gunny, just like throwing smokes, throwing nades, like tactical shooters. Like, I don't like all the abilities and characters. It's not my thing. Same thing like Valorant. I don't fuck with Valorant like that. And then lastly, I'd say CS is probably the game that implements me a lot. I fuck with CS heavy. Um, I was
And
Phase
you're
Load
good at it
9.
too.
Yeah, I played Collegiate CS 2 semesters ago, and we had a really good team. I think we hit like top 4 in one of the leagues. We lost to Durham, who's like a Canadian school, and yeah, they just rolled us on all maps. Um, but Collegiate CS was really fun, and that implemented like the way I communicate, and I think every game has their own niche. Um, like way they communicate and talk to each other and mindset towards the game. Like when I VODed CS, like there's certain things that you just have to watch out for. Like with Rocket League, it's rotations. Like H1Z1, it's same thing. Rotations, like rotating through zone. PUBG rotating through zone. Learning your spray patterns. CS, I'm unfamiliar territory. I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not going to say much on that. I know I don't want to get judged by you because I know you're way better than me. Um, and then like those are the games I play, but like hobbies, I actually really like to hike. I think hiking is one of my favorite like hobbies outside of it. I When I was at Nichols, we used to do weekly airsoft, and airsoft is probably one of my top tier hobbies that I really like doing.
Love airsoft, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
When I go back to Florida, I'm gonna get a kit, and my buddy in Fort Lauderdale is gonna bring me out to his field. It's like a I don't know. It is a huge field. It's like in all forests. It's awesome. It's a really cool field. And it's like a 24-hour thing. So I'm very excited for that.
Cool.
Golfing. I like golfing and mini golfing. I think those are really cool. Um, and I like to
Sounds like
bowl.
you should be living in Arizona, dude. Land of golfing and hiking, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just saying. Just
Tennessee has
saying,
some good
man.
hiking trails. So I mean,
That's what I've heard. That's
yeah.
what I've heard.
So
Um, who's been your favorite teammate so far in your career and why?
my roommate that lives down there. His name is
Are,
Will Turbo. Turbo's his in-game name. Will's his first name. I've known him for 12 years, and we had always a dream to live together, and now we're doing it. So,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna ask you some stuff that I didn't send you
Yeah.
beforehand, all right?
hmm
So, thoughts on how to fix the big DDoS attacks that go on during the higher end competitive matches that you told me about a couple months ago?
Oh, gosh. Man, the issue is to get rid of Baka's mod. I think the third-party applications are pretty bad, and Rocket League just needs to implement something of their own while not, like, letting other softwares and companies take over. Like, we have Epic and we have Baka's mod, and they're just, like, external from Psyonix itself. Like, we see something Psyonix Epic Games made or something like that's implementing that still does the same work as Baka's mod does. And
And
I think, yeah.
Bacchus mod is basically what is that now for the
So
viewers?
yeah, sure, you're right.
Sure.
It's a third-party software in the game that lets you like basically reskin your car if you don't have a certain decal in the game. There's custom training in there that helps you improve way faster than I use. You can implement certain training packs in there. For the Epic players, you can download workshops. That's why Epic Bacchus mod is so good with Epic Games is because it enables the Epic players to download workshop maps and practice through that. Um, so yeah, and you know, Bacchus mod is the main reason why we have DDoSing.
There you go. Epic, hit him up. He's got some good ideas. And then the last one, who is your all-time Rocket League GOAT? I'm gonna judge you hard on this one because I did a lot of research on this, by the way.
Oh, you're good. Like coach or player or like anything.
Player.
All right, player. All right, that makes sense. I'd say Appjack.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's very like disciplined and he sticks to his training and his content grind is really good. He's humble, doesn't have an ego, like he understands the game really well. His YouTube videos are great. If you like want to get better and just watch him play twos, like he's great. Nothing more to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Not the ones that I thought you not the
What
one
were
that
you
I
gonna
thought you
say?
were
What are
gonna.
you gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say like
Squishy
Turbo.
buttons. Okay,
Yeah,
Turbo holds the fourth time. Okay.
yeah. Or there was one other guy, I don't remember his name. Hold on a second. Let me get my notes. Um, where is it? K dot?
Gate up. Okay.
Yeah.
Good
I've
go.
I've read
Okay.
I did a lot of it like I said I did a lot of research. A lot of
Scrub killer then.
yeah. I
Okay.
did
Yep.
I learned about that too.
I love that.
So
I love that.
yeah. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to touch on your Call of Duty stuff or anything like that?
Yeah. So for my Call of Duty team, we are 9-0 in our season. We are playing a bunch
Hey,
of
man.
buns ass players. We got put in a lower division for some reason because the league was like, you guys have like a mix of different regions. We're just gonna throw you in the second lowest division. And so like we have a top 250, like we have a challengers player that's like 32 in the world right now, and like he's just rolling, or like he's running. And we have three Erie Crim players, and we played like three female teams, and I just don't feel sorry for any of them. I don't know why they signed up. Like we 250-0'd them on like hard point, 6-0 like search, like 3-0 control. I don't even know why we're signing up for leagues, man. Respect out there, but like I don't think it's
What
fun.
do you think? You said that Rocket League doesn't have much of a competitive future within the next 5 years. Do you see Call of Duty losing its edge to Battlefield anytime soon, or no?
Feels such a good game, but Call of Duty makes a new game every year. So like, yeah, Battlefield makes great games, but they don't come out every year. And COD also has a huge fan base, so it's easy to kind of get lost in the COD drama and community. And they also have a good pro scene. It's not funded well. It's not ran well. Teams are kind of bad sometimes, but they kind of always step up when they need to. So Call of Duty is always stable.
Not to mention, Call of Duty is the basis of the content kings right now of FaZe, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't think Call of Duty's going anywhere, in my opinion.
definitely.
Um, is there anything else you want to talk about? Anyone you want to shout out or anything like that?
I guess shout out my coaches. Probably not going to watch this, but shout out all of them. That I think they've helped me grow my journey immensely. And I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for them. And shout out all my org owners and my past 90,000 teams, because I was a toxic team hopper back in the day, and it showed. I was so toxic. I hated everybody. I had an ego, and then I figured out, oh
But
shit, you need to drop that.
but you've changed now. You've changed.
I've
You've
definitely
grown up.
changed. I've grown
Yeah.
up a lot, and it's definitely shown from my first semester of college to my last. It's just like it's a 9 day difference. So yeah,
There you go, man. Well, guys, this has been episode 2 of Beyond the Clutch, and Kfrost, Sam, thank you, appreciate you, man. Maybe we'll have you back on,
sure,
maybe as a guest host or something. Maybe.
definitely
How do you feel about that?
feels great. I love podcasts. I love speaking. And, I'd be happy to be back.
Awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure. I appreciate your time,
Thank
bro.
you so much.
Later, guys.